Alright, so today I'm working on this John Deere X320 here. I bought it just a couple weeks ago, and the guy told me it needed a carburetor cleaned. He told me he'd been mowing with it all summer, and he just said it needed a carburetor clean. So I bought it from him, and got to thinking, I don't think it's quite the carburetor. So this hood's busted up. They're all busted up, them plastic things, but it's got the Kawasaki 20 horse 22 horse V-twin on it, and he took the cover all off and stuff when I noticed that when I got it, but it just doesn't run right. I'll show you what it does here. It's just running on one cylinder, and there's no power to it. And so he said it was a carburetor, but I think the coil's bad. And something you might want to check is the spark plug or this boot here, make sure it's all on there. But to change the coil on this, we're gonna have to pop this little cover off right here, and there's 3 10s right there on top there, 10mm socket, and there's 2 4 6 that are holding this cover right here on. So we're going to pop them out, take this air filter here off. Alright, so I got the cover off. And something else you might want to check if you think you have a bad coil, if it's just running rough, is check this little ground wire here, pull it off and start it up and see if it still does the same thing, because this wire could be grounding out here and just causing it to not run on this cylinder. But we'll go ahead and pop this coil here off. Alright, so I got the cover off, and I'm going to show you here how to set the gap on the coil. I had a coil laying around off of an old motor, throw on here. Looks kind of rough, but I think it'll work. So we're going to take the flywheel, and it's got a magnet on the flywheel, and we're going to spin it until it's right in between them 2 studs that the coil mounts on. So you take a business card, that's what I got here, it works really well, or maybe a playing card or a piece of paper and fold it in half, and you put it in front of this magnet, and then you stick the coil in here, and that creates the right amount of gap that you want in between the coil and the flywheel, because it creates a magnet when you're going around and charges this, and then you don't want this rubbing the flywheel or anything, so it just creates the proper gap. We'll start our 2 bolts in there and tighten it down. Tighten down there, got the ground wire hooked up, the plug wire back on, and you're just going to want to pull this little card out. You might have to turn the flywheel a little bit to get it out. We'll throw this cover back on and tighten it back up and see if she runs. Got my cover back on, my flywheel cover, my air filter. Something to remember when you're putting this back on, this top screen, there's a little spacer that goes under here. Just don't forget that. So let's see if she starts up and see how she sounds. Well, I think she sounds much better. Sounds like she's running on both cylinders, much more powerful. And just a common problem that these Kawasaki's have on the John Deere X300, X320, 324, all of them have this same Kawasaki. That's how you change the coil on a John Deere X320. Thanks for watching.